Shoobity doobity doob doop. What's up, everybody? Hello. How are you all? Hopefully you're doing good. I'm back in black. What's it we got here? We got Scats. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. Kazuro, Attack Cat, Chris, Draco. What's going on? 07. Reaper, 07's to you. Fat Daddy. How are you? How are you? All right. Yeah. I'm back. Vacation. And then power outages, and then the power went out again today. Oh, dad bod nerd. What's up, bro? Look at all of those months. Look how many months that is. Do you know how many months that is? That's like all of the months. You know what I mean? That's like the 30th. And we got watch streaks. We got, man, look at that. Oh, hang on a second. Let me get caught up here. Let's see. Draco dropped some love. Let me click 5, and there's a buffer. Ooh, yes. Excellent. What's up, Dad Bod? How are you, brother? You having fun? You doing things? You're like, yeah, I'm always doing things. One day at a time. Doing things one day at a time. This is true. My button doesn't want to, why does my button not want to work? It always does this sometimes. Let me see, let me try it again. We click. Yep. Oh, there we go. It's working. It's thinking. Nope, it didn't want to work. Welcome. What's up, Cosmic? Tired? Working 5/12s. Ooh, is that by choice? I'm assuming that's by choice. Like you get basically 5/12s and then you're off for 2, right? Sorta. It's sorta by choice. Oh man. We got more. We're gonna push out some more. There's another 5. Did it already do the buffer? It did. There's another 5K buffer. Oh, it's being poo-poo. My buttons are being poo-poo. Let me restart my little Elgato Stream Deck. Goodbye, Stream Deck. Goodbye. Goodbye, Master. Goodbye, Master. It has been a minute. It's been 3 weeks. So I guess that's a lot of minutes. That's a lot of minutes. You know? I don't know how many minutes that is, but that's 60 minutes, you know, times 24 times, you know, yeah. That's a lot of minutes. What? Where? I lost my mouse again. Oh, now it's back. Now I found my mouse. Sometimes my mouse without borders, like, no, I don't want to do that. 1,440 minutes in a day. Y'all ever remember that? You remember the movie Rent? It had a song on there. It's like 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in a life or something like that, right? I think that's what the song was. It just immediately sent me back in time. When you put it out those minutes in the day, I was like, oh, that reminds me of that song from Rent. I told you, my mind is a collection of bad one-liners and movie quotes. You doing anything cool, Dad Bod? How about you guys? You guys been jumping in Star Citizen? I'm gonna be honest. I have not jumped in Star Citizen for like 3 weeks. I felt almost alien sitting in my seat right now, getting stuff prepped and clicked. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Because the event just doesn't really interest me because there's nothing bound to your account. It's like I'm gonna grind for stuff to get blueprints, then grind for mats to make the blueprints, and grind all of that time for a patch to come out and then wipe it all. So I don't see any need at all. Like I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you been grinding? Have you been doing the things? I haven't grinded nothing. How dare you miss all that desync? I know. Yeah, I know. All right, what was I doing? I was clicking this. I was trying to click that, and then, oh yeah, my Stream Deck disappeared. It didn't want to do the buttons. So now, okay, there we go. Now it'll come up. Now I'll click link. Now it'll bring up a website. Now it says hold on, registration. Now it says success. See, all I had to do is restart it. Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? Yes, and now it works. That was my shout out button. That's how I get to my shout out things, because it's all clicketed, you know, things and such. Yeah, I've heard the desync has been not so great. But Dadbot, M4A1, and Draco, thank you guys so much. There's more coming out. Here we go. We got 5,000 more merts and another buffer of woe. Let me click this. Oh, what? All right. Let me bring on some cams and stuff. You know what I mean? Cams and such. It's me. Did that camera really freeze? Yeah, it did. This is what happens when my power goes out. Tiberius, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm stuck in a frame. Say hello to Nomad over there. He's stuck. He's stuck in the sim pit from like minutes ago, I guess. Well, it's been minutes ago because I'm up on Star Citizen and it's not even showing this splash. Let's get my ship out. And then I'm gonna go pull the plug on that and remind it why it should work. Because I wanted to. I will it to. I will it. What's up, Tiberius? How you been? What's up? How's life been? All right, let's click the button. And let's click this button. Did you guys see all the nerfs coming for all the ballistic things? Ooh, ballistic's about to get the smackdown. People are gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's all broken. Valis, what's going on, bro? Thank you so much. Thank you, bro. What's up, man? How's life? You know what I did play? I'm doing good. So this is what I've been doing. I had taken a break. Obviously, I went on vacation, went to the mountains of North Carolina. It was amazing. I'm going to do it. I did it. I chanced it, and I survived. I don't know how I survived, but I did. I chanced jumping into the elevator of checkered marks in the show. Yep, a lot of nerfs. Yeah, a lot of nerfs coming. Yeah, so I went to the mountains and enjoyed the waterfalls and the cool temperatures because, it gets like to 104 here in Alabama, and that's like what? So that's minus 32, so we're talking like what? 94 miles, so divided by 1.8, so we're talking like what? 43 degrees? What, 43 degrees Celsius? Did I do that math right in my head? Let's see, what's up, Bouvoi? How are you, brother? I'm gonna click over here. I wanna do that. How close did I come? Calculate. Bouvoi doing things with a button and such. All right, let's see. This it was 104 divided by 9 times 5. 100 divided by 1.8 minus 32. No. I'm supposed to do the minus first. What's your other word? My other word? Birds. It's a word. I kind of heard. What's up, man? I'm still pondering if I should still hold onto the merchantman. Welcome in. Or just upgrade to the Percy for $50 US. It was bonus. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about this button and that button and a beep. I don't know, man. Because, and thanks for the question. I'm gonna see if I can decipher your name here, Dom Nukartofel. I'm gonna call you Dom. I don't want to butcher your name, but Dom, thanks for the comment. I would say, if it were me, I'd hold on to it. Yeah, kind of like Cosmic. It's eventually going to grow so astronomically in the amount of money that it's going to require to get that ship again. I would hold on to it. I would. I have it, and I'm holding on to it now. Albeit, I CCU'd the tar out of it from way back when. But higher chance the Galaxy releases before the Merchantman. Yeah, but in 2 to 5 years, the Merchantman is far from being here. That's true. The whole team got tanked, and the Percy is here. I mean, it's really ultimately up to you, but I would tell you that if it were like per capita, the amount of the ship worth that is, I would hang on to it, man, because that ship's it's gonna be like the Kraken Mall. It's gonna have like little shops on the inside. That's bugging me. That camera that's stuck over there. Give me 1 second. We're gonna pull the plug on that USB poor little cable, and we're gonna like do your job. And I'm gonna mute this thing so it doesn't get like feedback through the microphones. You can follow me. We're gonna reset this microphone. This camera. You are frozen. Teardy. And I gotta figure which one it is. Which one used the cable? You did it, didn't you? Don't lie to me, girl. Did you guys know that there's a new series coming out for girl? Oh my God. We go this way, we go this way, it goes up to this thing, and then that bundle, and then it goes up here, and then it goes over there. And then it goes to this one. See, am I right? I'm gonna pull it. Light goes off. Yeah, light goes off. And then I push it back in. Do your job. Do it. Look at so many cables. All right, let's climb back into this thing. You can say it again. Inception. There we go. Okay, we're back. Now, is it unfrozen? Oh, I have to do my thing to it, don't I? I have to tell it to do your job. Let's go back to the comments. It's been 2 to 5 years, but there's ways better to get the CCU. Yes, there is. But I was thinking to get the Percy now and then buy the Merchantman Pledge in November. You could. It's possible. What's up, Great Warbage? How are you? That's true. I mean, it really depends on what you want to do with it. I don't know how much the price is going to it could even increase between now and when the sale goes on. You know, I don't know. We don't know. It's speculative. All you know is there's a ship out now and there's a ship that's not out now. So I can see where you might infer that, hey, I can get more fun out of a ship that I have now. What's the loaner for it? Where's the Nook? The Nook is downstairs. He might make an appearance tonight. He's been moving around. All right, it's not my master webcam group. It's the master multi-box group. And nope, not the droid cam. Droid. Simpit, there we go. Now let me click deactivate and activate. Do job. Hey, I'm back. Back. Let me click configure video, camera control, turn autofocus off. There we go. So it won't go in and out. Click OK. Yo, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome and thank you for that follow. That's your name. Look at that. You do the things. Nook. C2 defenders, the Hull C. But I don't use the Hull C since the others are useless. I get that. The Hull C, man, as they iterate on ships and as they keep coming out, it's getting harder and harder to like kind of stand by certain ships and be like, man, these things can, because I have all ballistics. That's why. Yeah, there we go. All the things are meh. What's up, Risk? How are you? Let's see if, did they fix anything? What did this patch fix? Does anybody know? I mean, I don't, if I were to guess, Dom, I would say that the price has a good chance of not increasing here in the next few months for the BMM because the team isn't even working on it. And generally the price holds pretty true up until a ship releases. So, I mean, I would say if you're okay with it, and yeah, I mean, I guess you could go straight to the Percy and then hold off and just kind of CCU game the BMM later. Because, I mean, the Percy is a really great multi-crew ship. Yeah, that thing, yeah. Fixes loose term on patches? That is true, yeah. No idea, but it's been mostly stable for me. All right. What you been doing, Rutger? Been jumping in the verse doing anything particular? Does F11, does my button, oh my God, I'm forgetting my buttons. Is it this one? Nope, it's that one. Nope, this station still has the problem, doesn't it? Where I have to hit like this button and then that button and then friends. Yep, because it defaults to that, whatever that is. I don't know why that's a thing. There's a money printer in 4.8, which is about to get nerfed. I haven't done any of the money stuff. None. This is how much monies I have. 2.7. I'm on the poor side of the house. And that's crazy. Like that's poor, you know? It froze again, didn't it? Oh my God, that camera froze again. This is what happens when the power goes out and it messes with my USB hubs and everything. We'll try this. I swear my power company hates us here. They're like, oh, South Alabama, you want power? No, you're not getting power. Oh, I did miss flying in this game, though. I did miss it. I mean, 50 mil in under... Really? You made that much? Gee whiz, dude. That's a good chunk of change, man. Do I need to log on and help you grind refuel missions before they get nerfed? Oh, you don't have to do that, man. That would be probably... If I did refuel missions for the whole stream, I'm sure someone would probably gouge out my eyes. Each mission's 1.8 million? What? That is pretty crazy. That is, yeah, that's a good chunk of change. takes 15, 20 minutes tops. Oh, for each mission. Yeah, they pay after ranking enough. Okay, yeah, I'd have to rank up a lot to... That's some change, man. Let's see how long the camera stays up now. There's a very picky order to how I need to turn my stuff on sometimes because of all the different things. I mean, I've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different webcams plus an aux cam and another cam and 4 mics on one computer. I think it gets confused sometimes. Let's click this button to bring on the chat window. Blip. Ta-da! Science. Believe it or not, I did not pay for it for like 3 weeks. Now let's see if they still have the missions. I just want to go do a little bit of combat here. Stretch back into the controls a little bit. Let's go to, what is priority? Oh, the new one. Oh yeah, mercenary, right? I'll click this because, you know, or is that still bugged? I don't know. Wait. Huh? Am I in Oh, I'm not in Nyx. I'm in Pyro. Which ones was I doing that? Euterpe, Magda. I don't know. Let's do this one. How far away is it? Go to a mining base. Is it 11 billion gigamommies away? Goth mommies? It's not horrible. All right, I'll go to that one. I'll take a jump. Having the ability to get refuel mid-space, that's solid. That's a total win. Did I start the music? I did not. Oh my gosh. Come on, guys. I didn't start the music. Didn't start the music. Here we go. Yeah. No bueno. Hey, guess what problem is still in when I got in the game? That refuel bug. I thought that got fixed. Did that not get fixed? The refuel pop-up little window? Or is that still broke too? I'm just, as a warning, at some point during the stream, I may upend myself out of this seat and go sit on my recliner, and I might boot up my original Xbox. Because I got a couple games today at a swap meet. We showed up as like this old video game vintage place, and everybody brought their stuff to try to trade and stuff. Well, I brought in a whole bunch of extra crap that I had doubles of, like a whole bunch of extra games. And I sold it all, and then I picked up, what was it, 2 games? I picked up The Thing for Xbox, like OG Xbox. And then I picked up Riddick. Xbox testing, let's go. Yeah, so I opened up my old Xbox. I changed out some of the capacitors because they were leaky. Resoldered the stuff. Xbox is not, I know it's not vintage. Want you play Contra? We want to see you play Contra on Nintendo. Honestly, the oldest console I have here in my room, yeah, it's gonna be my PlayStation 1. Because I got PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then I got the OG Xbox, Xbox One. I never did anything after that because I just stayed with PlayStation because they had the best single titles. I mean, Xbox got some pretty, PlayStation has some really awesome IPs, right? And that's what kept buying me into PlayStation. Then I got my Dreamcast, my N64. I got my GameCube. Yeah, I can play some, what do you call it? Metroid. Yeah, Metroid. Yep. I think that's it. And my did I say Dreamcast? Anyways, I got Dreamcast. But yeah, I know it's not vintage. I know. Okay, now it's here. I was like, where is it at and why is it not popped up yet? I should not move until it does. All right, we need to go this way. Woo! Oh, this is the fuel tanker one. Ah, yes. Excellent. Well, let's go kill the bad ships first. Poor little Mustang. We're here, Mustang. I'm here to exercise my right to delete your face. I'm in a flight suit. I would have blacked out bad if I wasn't. That was something. Right about, should be right about in there? There it is, yeah. Are you gonna stay there? Oh, this was a patch, wasn't it? It was a patch note. Like, they should move now. Who else is out there? PlayStation 1 gaming rook. Still have the oh man. I've got some old shmup games and stuff for the PlayStation. I enjoyed the stuff, man. They got some good titles. But yeah, that's what I've been diving into, playing some of the older games.
Target destroyed.
All right, that guy's down. We're in about. Oop, there's a rock there. Let's climb up and get out of that way. Next. Let me right there. What? Why did it blow up? There it goes. I thought there was some closer to me than that. That's like 9 away. Oh, for crying out loud. They're everywhere. Which ones do I choose? I'm going for these. They're everywhere. Has anyone played the new Star Fox on Switch 2? I almost want to buy it, but isn't it just a reskin? It's just a remake, like a. Come on now, good job. What's up? Accident. They should have added lockers when they buffed the blackouts. Oh, refill suit with oxygen. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking. Okay. Why am I targeted? It says I have radar. Radar searching. Where's the bad guys? I thought there's supposed to be a lot of bad guys that come and fight me. I'm just doing this to kind of get worn back up to the flight sticks. I think this place has turrets too. Yo, kill them all with the prime, dude. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you, thank you. You kick out some merits, man. I appreciate that, I really do. What you been up to? How's life? For 10 months in a row. Dude, you're a champ, man. I went on vacation. Hope you guys have been staying cool. Like I was telling them, I went and checked out some waterfalls in North Carolina. Jumped into, had some great swims. Really good hiking, man. It's beautiful out there by that Blue Ridge Mountains. I'd been out there years and years ago to do training for climbing and stuff. That's where I got all my ABCA, like a AMGA and American Mountaineering Guide Association. I went and did some of the single pitch and mountaineering courses with them, and I just never did sample, you know, what the place had to offer. And we did it this time. Went around, checked out the trails. It's a beautiful place. Lick the rock or lick the blarney. I'm just gonna shoot all over the place, see what I get lucky. Lick the blarney stone. Shields hit. Oh no. What? What? Oh, it's a turret. Oh yeah, shoot at me. Shoot at me. Shoot at me. Blow up your... What's he shooting at? He doesn't know what he's shooting at. I licked the stones. Yeah, I did. I went out and checked. We did like 7 waterfalls. And then there's this one waterfall where you like slide down. It's called like, I think it's called Sliding Rock, quite literally. But little kids are doing it, right? And there's like the kiddie side, there's like the big grown-up side. And I'm like, I watched this grandma who's like in her 70s. She went down like the popular route. I'm like, dang, that looks fast as hell, man. And she went down it like sailing through, and I was like, well, now I have to. Like, if Cosmic, thank you for the follow-up. I still have no idea why it does that. I don't know why it says that. But thank you for the follow. Good, you haven't been following for so. Oh my God, thank you, bro. It was good, but I saw it. I'm like, well, now I got to do it. I can't let the grandma outdo me, because my son was like, come on, Dad, go down the cool side. I'm like, all right, man. Well, little kids slowly go down this thing, right? Well, gravity and inertia are a big thing, and so if you're on a slippery surface and you have a little bit of weight to you, you yeet yourself. That thing is still important. It is, but I just kind of left it now. I think it's more humorous. You know what? I'm pushing out a 10K buffer, and I'm pushing out another 5K. You guys are awesome and being in here jumping on me. There's 10,000 merits out right now. So that was tripled up on that one. But yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna have fun with it, and I'm gonna do it. Dude, I went fast. It was fast, and at the bottom is like really deep pool with really big rocks, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. But when I hit the bottom, dude, that water was so cold. We have cold springs here in Florida and Alabama, and they're cold. I honestly think they're just a little bit colder than that, but I wasn't expecting that deep plunge. So I got to the bottom of that rock ramp, I was like, kaboosh, and I was like, ooh. Did you hear about those grounded pilots after the low formation? Yes, I did. And then here came big old Secretary of War came in with the unban hammer and was like, nope. Because they had everything planned out, dude. It was like pre-mission planning was done, coordination was done with the local area. The civilians were tracking it. The local police department was tracking it. Everybody in that whole area was tracking what they were going to do. It wasn't a surprise. The people were there to see it. They're like, oh, cool. They're supposed to be here. Yeah. Yeah, it was. And then when they're like, they're all grounded. At first I was like, maybe they're just doing it as like a pseudo, hey, if we say they're grounded, we investigate it, at least we've done our due diligence. But that's still crap. So I'm glad somebody stepped up, was like, nah, man, this isn't gonna happen. This is dumb. They didn't just show up and decide to fly along the beach. This was pre-coordinated. Everybody knew about it. So yeah, I'm glad somebody with some sense stepped in and fixed it for them, because I know some of those pilots, I don't know the person, but I'm gonna say figuratively, they were probably like, what the hell, dude? We went and did all that training, all that prep work, and then we're coming in here and getting smacked. Like, what's the point of it? And for some people that argue like they wasted tax dollars, just bear with me here, right? They didn't waste them, because we would have had to flown somewhere else either way. We have to fly all the time. And so when we do things like flyovers or fly by a beach or, you know, fly over a football game or something, that's just taking our training where we were out there doing like dip, dive, duck, dip, and dodge type techniques and doing all the other stuff to like, hey, let's take a break and let's go do a flyover. We still get a lot of value out of it. It may seem odd, you know, like, well, what sort of training value do you get out of flying over a football game? Well, it comes down to a time on target. So not only are you planning a linear timeline, right? Between I have to take off at this minute, at this second to make it at the flyover. And typically our window for margin or error is 1 minute according to our standard, but we tighten ourselves up even more to 30 seconds. But when you're talking about like a football game or a national anthem or something, dude, you're down to seconds. So if I don't get off the ground by exactly the right seconds or manage my speed, my time, my distance between the other aircraft, I look like a bag of beat up. I don't look good. Yeah. Easy flight book hours? Yeah. I mean, it's fun for us. And we get something out of it. Like, you know, not wasted when you have to, yeah, exactly. We have to fly either way. So I used to do this. My favorite thing, and I even cleared it with my commanders. When I was at Riley, right? I would look up on Facebook and find out all the events that are going on and find out all the local little like kids games, like that are doing football or kickoffs or, you know, T-ball or something like that. And I would find out where the games were at. And part of my train-up process for some of the newer pilots they would have to do pilotage and dead reckoning or time on target, right? So they would plan these flights to make sure that they landed or took off or fly over to make it to where we could fly over this game at this certain point, right? Right at the second mark. And they get great training value out of it. And plus, the people in the audience got some of their tax money. You know, I think it's like, hey man, they pay our taxes. I pay for my fuel sometimes too, like figuratively through taxes. They're getting a kickback. They're getting something cool. And the smiles, now I will say that I always did it before the game. You never want to fly over the game when the game's happening because all the kids drop what they're doing and all they want to do is like shout up and down and I'm like, oh man, I felt like I disrupted the game. So we always did it like when the team's meeting up and they do high fives and stuff, you know, before the game. So that's what we called the coach. We're like, hey, what time are you guys like meeting in the pits, high fiving, and before you go out on the field to play? They're like, oh, typically this time. I'm like, all right, look to the sky. We'll be coming from the south and we'll do a flyover. They're like, what, really? I was like, yeah. Don't tell the kids though. They're like, oh dude, they're gonna love it. So it was awesome for us because, you know, I look back to when I was a kid, I'm like, oh my God, you know, why not? It's cool. And there's nothing unsafe about it. We flew over plenty of altitude. You know, there was a safe margin. There was always an escape. People were coordinated. They were tracking it. It was a good time. And so that's what I used to do is I used to find local events that weren't just big NFL games, you know? No, we even did it for a Boy Scout ceremony, like their badging ceremonies. And dude, they, oh my God, they loved it. It was awesome. They'll say, what a great idea, target practice on the kids. Yeah, dude, target practice on kids playing ball. About every 5 years at A6, EA6, F-16 Charlie, retiring with 25 years, shoot under the Deception Pass Bridge. Yep, the last flight segments, yep. 3 rotor wings, did a circle around and flew right over my retirement ceremony. There it is, dude, that's awesome. See, and people are always like, well, they're wasting taxpayers' money. No, man, they're gonna be doing other stuff. You just got to pick them to do something that you want them to pick them this time, you know? So it's cool. And it's a blast for us. It really is. Sometimes it's a pain doing the math and the workout, but all in the end of it, when we're flying over, we're like, that's cool. We got to give something back to somebody. However cliche that may sound, it's fun. Dodgeball or target practice, you can just hear the rubber, the dong from the ball hitting someone. Yes. Yep. Exactly. That's good though. But that was my favorite thing, like to go after, like fly over some of the kids' games, because you know, you try to think back when I was a kid. What would I want to do? I'm like, hell yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd remember that game forever. And of course, the kids are like, oh, what was neat though is because of those type of things, you know, like, hey, this is kind of a one-off. We can't do this all the time. This is me just reaching out, you know, doing training, but because of that, they reach back to post and like, hey, can we get the kids tours, or hey, can we go to the passes? And it's no Deception Pass. Too tempting after 20 years to look. Yeah. Yep. You know what I'm doing for my last flight? Nothing crazy. You know, you might think like, oh, you're gonna go fly the beach, you're gonna go do this or that. I want to fly back to Fort Benning. So it's a short flight. You know, I want to take off from here at Rucker. I want to fly up to Fort Benning and land and get out and go to the infantry museum and then go walk by where I started it all, you know, so it'll be over 20 years, you know, walk up to the same place that I started basic training and like look at it and kind of like, it feels like a weird little, you know, finish it where I started it at, you know, and then I fly back, I land, and that'll be my last flight as an Army aviator there. It'll be good. I'm gonna give out 5,000 more merits and another 5K buffer. You guys have been awesome, and I love the conversations. Cosmic dropping love too. All right, what other things? I felt pretty good warming that up. Dude, it was awesome, Move Away. Well, we all have our own way of kind of, you know, paying it forward or paying it back, you know. Oh, we also just set up something. I mean, obviously you're not going to get any benefit out of it, but since a lot of the people come through here, we rarely ever see FedEx, but you know, UPS and the postal service at the corner of our yard, we all got together and we built a evaporator shed. So like the air comes in and it stays cool on top, and so it cools in. So bottles of water and snacks. So people that come through and deliver stuff, and the mail lady comes by, she's like, "Do you mind?" I was like, "No, please, please, please. That's what it's there." Yeah, hydration station. Yeah. Yep. We put I built like a little funnel system in it, so the wind comes from either side and goes up the side of the fins. So it kind of uses like evaporative heat to kind of cool off the container, because you can't keep it cool all day long. But it's not hot water. It's generally chill. So. But yeah, we put that out there because she drives around with her, you know, the little, I don't know what you guys call them, the little Jeep type trucks, you know, with no doors on it. That gets hot, dude. I imagine it gets hot. Just sitting there like, ugh. You know? So she takes them and she fills up her water bottle, and I was like, just leave the trash in there. She's like, just fill up your water bottle, crunch at the bottles, and just chuck it back in the box. We'll get rid of it. So the UPS guy, he's like, bro, like he'll come up and he'll grab a bottle, and he's always the dude that comes up in our neighborhood and then places the box right by the door. He doesn't chuck it, doesn't kick it, doesn't need it. Place. I'm like, yes, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's good. But anyways, who's got some other cool stories? So where is that Xbox? We know 4.0 paid is broken anyway. You know what? Let me see. They do. And we do it as a neighborhood. So we get together and somebody else buys the water. Somebody else buys some snacks in there, so we take turns. We make sure it's you know, filled up, and we're gonna build a book one. And I know it sounds odd, but I'm building a bat house, and I'm gonna put, because I have like 7 bats. I don't know where they live in my backyard, but I love them because they eat the crap out of every flying insect that pesters me. So I'm building a bat house next, and hopefully they make a home out of it, because that would be badass. I'll have Batman in my own yard. Yeah. F2. As a 19-year letter carrier, we do. Yes. Yeah, I know I would, because just sitting in my aircraft, even though it's cooler, like I don't exert anything. I would equate it probably to the same thing as, like, you know, in the aircraft, I'm just moving my hands and moving my arms and, you know, doing things, but it's just that constant sitting in heat. It's exhausting. There's no AC in the Black Hawk, and I even get to climb to, like, you know, I typically fly like 1,000 feet around here. And I still get some, you know, a couple degrees cooler air coming through, but it's just sitting in that constant heat the whole time, like, ugh. And then I look at their thing and I'm like, they got a little Drake fan, you know, a little Drake fan, and they're like it's like surviving on its last leg, blowing any sort of semblance of breeze toward them, you know. So I'm betting they're happy, like, oh, sweet, I'm back on the road. Like, you know, 2 down to 45 to go. AC, yeah, exactly. Yep, 2 and 45, 2 windows down at 45 miles an hour is your AC. If you get up to 45. I'm assuming most of if they clocked you guys' speed limit, what would you say, Uwe? Like, most of your speeds probably in and around I'm gonna say below 40. You're probably driving no faster than, I don't know, 35. Tactical Nightmare, what's up, man? 07, how are you? Welcome in. AC is open door for real. Maps. Let me zoom out here. LOVs don't go much past 45. Yeah, but it feels like you're entering the atmosphere if you go anything close to that too, don't it? It's like, oh, I'm at Hurston? How in the hell did I didn't even know I was out here. That's weird. That's crazy. Why did I come here? I don't remember. Of course, this was 3 weeks ago. I don't remember why I came here. Let's go to Everest Harbor. Let's top up, and then I'll just land there. I just got a flag full for my house. 25 footers sitting right outside the door right now. 4x6 American flag and 3x5 American. Yeah, I was able to get concrete laid. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome, dude. I don't know if you were the same way with me, but I was so stoked when I got this house here. I'm like, I want to put up my flagpole. 15 Tango, what's up? What's going on, bro? How are you, man? Hey, thanks for keeping me safe and alive. We just got, check this out. I've been at Rucker 3 years now, but we just got here at IPC. We have crew chiefs in here now. Now, because we just got slings put on our CTLs for these guys, we just got 3011 stuff, so multi-ship plus the tactical maneuver multi-ship stuff. So, yeah, dude, it's so nice. I'm so glad to have crew chiefs back in the mix, because else it's just two of us up front flying. It's me, and then I'm doing like tail turns. I'm like, please don't kill me, student. Okay, cool. You're not gonna kill me. So, bro, thank you, man. Hey, fun fact. Also, 15 Tango. One of the things that I do outside of doing the whole IP Rucker thing in ATIC, formerly known as Instructor Pilot Course, is I make the maintenance toolbox. It's free, right? So you drop 2 reports in from ACN, the PDS and the production daily status, and the, oh my God, I'm forgetting it. Wow, production daily status, and that's the PDS, and oh my God, how am I forgetting this? Quality inspection schedule, QIS. You take those 2 reports, drop them into it. When I say this, trust me, it's way more than just an Excel file. You drop the reports in and it kicks out your entire phase flow for a 2-week projection, tells you how many aircraft to hand out every single day, how many hours you can fly them, when they're gonna drop into maintenance, when they'll come back up, and how to handle everything out. Crash Talk, yeah. It's my pleasure. I love my job so much. I've been doing it for 24 years, and now I'm set to retire. Yo, congratulations. I too am retiring. I got my official retirement orders. It was crazy. They popped up in my email, and it looked like orders. I was like, oh, what did I get orders for? I was like, oh, this says retirement. Whoa. And I'm like, seriously, like, holy, it's real. It's happening. It's crazy. Like, seriously, it's nuts. Do I get to land now? Where am I going? Yeah, dude, I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. Where you at? What part of the world? You on this side of the pond, the other side of the pond? You on West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, Best Coast, East Coast, Least Coast? I don't know. I came from Riley, was formerly at Drum, and then prior to that it was, oh, you're Campbell. Nice, okay. Man, I tell you what, with that whole restructuring thing that's been coming out, making that basically a fat cab, because the GSAB's completely gone now, isn't it? I'm trying to keep up with some of what's going on there, but you know how it is at Rucker. It's like a bubble.
Engines offline.
Because they just consolidated things like the med and everybody else in there, didn't they? Ow, my ankle. It popped again. I'm in my flight suit. Yeah. Old guy Doom doing the login. I see it. Nice. All right, we'll store this. I want to see... You guys going to do an adventure with me? We're going to store this, and I might actually boot up the Xbox. What do you think? Let's see. I heard you can carry any president you served under sign your retirement certificate. What? Is that for real? I heard you can have any president you served under sign your retirement certificate. Really? I'm gonna look into that, dude. The other thing I'm looking into, and it sounds weird, but you know, Tactical Nightmare, but we're like, you're crazy. But I've always wanted to get on a sub, and I probably would get seasick. Auto pinned? Yeah, I don't know, probably. You probably send it to somewhere. So ADHD here. Fun fact also, did you know that you're authorized per, what was it, 600-8- I don't know, the awards TM or FMTC, whatever it's called now, right? You know on the back of your awards house has that bar where you can make names in? You can send that award to that address that's in the TC, right? And they put your name on it for free. I didn't know that shit. I didn't know it at all. And so some of my guys are like, yeah, I sent it off. And I'm like, how'd you get your name? Did you take it and get inscribed? I was like, no, I just mailed it to that place in the awards place. I was like, what are you talking about? I guess it's like a quartermaster place where they go in and they put your name on the back of the award, like the medal award. I didn't know that either. That's back to things like stuff we don't know. Plus, Did you know that if there's a quartermaster on base, and I found this out early in my career, but if there's a quartermaster on base and you take your TA-50 to them and they clean it and they give you the little paper that says they cleaned it, CIF cannot refuse it. Yeah, I've done that plenty of times, bro. Where am I putting my DD-214? What's funny is I actually have one. Like when you become a warrant, you leave the enlisted side and then you get it for like all of a couple minutes, like, yeah, technically you're out of the army. You're like, yeah, I'm free. And they're like, hey, sign here. And like, yeah. And you're like signing and you go, oh no, I'm back in. I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure it's just going to go in my I Love Me book. You know, it's healthy like anybody else that's done like 20 some years. It's definitely that 2-pager with overflow crap. All right. Ship is stored. Mine is behind my retirement flag. Dude, I don't know, man, because I mean, I'll probably plaque it. I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff over there. Here, look, I'll show you my little thing here. He's gonna buy a DD-214 blanket and snuggle with. I may. Look. A tactical nightmare over there. He might make fun of me, right? When I came in, you know how when you come in as a private, you get like, oh, I'm an MOS. I was the infantry, so I'm like, yeah, bro. I never got the tattoos, thank God, right? But you know, people always buy the T-shirts or the swagger. He got to me like a year ago, and I was finally like, all right. You know what? I'm gonna get something. And so I'll show you what I got. I didn't get a tattoo. That's not what I got. I got that. It's a throw for my my blanket or my chair there, and it says U.S. Army Aviation. It's a nice throw. 11 Bravo face tattoo. But yeah, you know, there's my Whoopi hoodie. It's kind of blurry, but I mean, you see it. Yeah. And so I was honestly looking for an infantry one. Because like, oh, I'll get an infantry throw for one and my aviation throw for the other one. We did actually have someone get an 11 Bravo face tattoo. Idiot. Because he did it on the inside of his eyelids, which I don't know how anyone could ever do that. But he put... Yeah, you know what? Take a guess at what he put on his eyelids. Take a guess. Let's see if you guys can figure it out. Let's see if you guys can guess what he's someplace your wife for. Yeah, I got my DD-214 at 10 years. I decided I was done and wanted to go. I did a whole job. So came back. Well, you know what? You're enjoying it now, though, right? You're gonna get 2 of them. So then you're gonna get your DD-2214. Double 214. Maybe that's what that stands for. It's a double dose